Hey, this is Matt at Music Makers. In this video, I'm going to walk you through all the steps of changing the strings on your Reverie Harp. A lot of people want to know how often they should be changing their strings. We typically recommend that you change them once a year. However, if you're in the healthcare industry and you're wiping the strings down with the sanitary wipes quite a bit, you may want to change them more often than that. Also, if you just look at your wound strings on the instrument and notice that they're quite discolored, that's a good indicator that it's time for a new set of strings. That being said, you don't ever have to change the strings on your instrument, but you'll be surprised at how much fresher your instrument sounds with a new set of strings. And the whole process takes maybe an hour and really isn't that hard to do, so let's get started.
Step 1 is to gather your tools. Lay out a towel on your kitchen table and grab your Reverie Harp string set with your string chart. You can lay out all your strings. Of course, you'll have your instrument. And the tools you'll need will be a wire cutter, a tuning wrench, and pliers. Step 2, remove the old strings. Now, before you take these strings off, it's a good idea to mark the location of the bridge with some masking tape. This will help you position the bridge quickly and accurately before you attach the new strings. To remove the strings, you want to unwind the string from the zither pin completely, and then take your wire cutter and cut off the twisted, curly end of the string. This makes it easier to remove the string from the instrument. If you're restringing a Reverie 2 model, there's really no need to cut off the end of the string. After you've cut off the ends of the string, you can pull them out through the tail, and it's a good idea if you can grab the little washer and set that aside to reuse that. We do pack a full set of washers in your string set, so if you happen to lose these, that's okay, but nice to reuse them if you can. And again, if you're stringing a Reverie 2, this does not apply to you. Now that you've removed all the strings, this is a great time to clean and polish your soundboard. We like to use Old English at the shop, but you can use any wood furniture polish. Step 3, install the new strings. Before you install your strings, it's a good idea to go through and make sure that all your zither pins are set to the same height. This will help you keep your strings on the same plane, which makes it easier to play your instrument. Begin by threading all the strings into your instrument. Don't forget to put the tiny washers on. If you're stringing a Reverie 2, you'll be placing a loop end over a hitch pin, and it's nice if you use a little masking tape to just hold the string in place while you attach it to the zither pin. Using your masking tape as a guideline, position your bridge on the soundboard and install the outermost 2 strings first to help keep the bridge in place while you install the rest of the strings. Now you can install the rest of the strings on the zither pins. If you want to make a nice clean job of this work, I would highly recommend watching our other video about installing strings on zither pins. It covers this subject in great detail. You may find that the 2 thickest strings on the classic Reverie Harp don't fit through the hole in the zither pin. And if that's the case, you're going to need to strip the winding off the string, exposing the thinner steel core. And you do that by pinching the very end of the string with a pliers and pulling until the winding comes loose, and then you can pull it back and expose that core. After you've peeled back the core, you can just clip off the excess with your wire cutter and install the string like all the others. Step 4, tune your harp. Now that you have all the new strings installed, it's time to bring it up to pitch. Grab your tuning chart and your electronic tuner and start tuning. I like to start with the center two strings, which are the lowest strings, and then I work my way out either side. It's going to take about 3 or 4 tunings before your harp is really stabilizing and holding pitch. But there's no need to wait between tunings. You can tune it 3 or 4 times right in a row. Congratulations! You did it! Give your harp a strum.